Arisa.
Hey, sorry, it took me 2 more seconds to unmute myself.
Don't worry. Nice to see you again. How are you doing today?
Yeah, doing well. And thanks for, again, hosting with me this nice GirlCode Coffee chat.
Yeah, actually, I'm really excited about the topic of today.
Yeah, definitely. We're missing Josephine, but it's because of
Yeah,
the
indeed.
schedule. Yeah, but yeah, you're gonna see her pretty much soon. Yeah. I heard that, Alba, you had a nice trip in the States. How was it?
Yeah, actually, really amazing. It was my first time in the United States. I never been outside
Ah,
Europe. So it was
oh, okay.
impressive and really different. So I was
Uh-huh.
impressed by everyone there. I saw a lot of people eating a lot. I don't know how they can manage in the stomach to eat that much food, but well,
Well, maybe they're trained. I'm not sure.
yeah,
Or the food
probably.
is too good. Food is too good.
Well, coming from a Spanish person, I would say I have better in Spain.
Oh, okay. Or maybe it has to do with like what you like and what you're not used to. Maybe.
Yeah,
Let's see.
exactly.
Yeah. I just realized my pixel art board here
Oh, it's not
was
working
not
properly.
displaying,
Oh,
like something
but you
funny
can
stuff.
display something related to the topic of today. That would be nice.
Ah,
And you
yeah, that
don't
would be
have
nice. But I don't have the art
for
created
next
yet.
time.
I
Okay.
mean, yeah, you can create.
Oh,
I mean,
really
from the
cool.
mobile app like this, and
Oh,
then yeah,
nice.
this is what I selected, and that's what is displaying here. I
Oh,
just
really
realized
cool.
because I was displaying the clock, which was like, like mirrored probably for you. So yeah, I just quickly, like changed it.
No,
Anyway.
that's very cool.
Well, I think like while we are still waiting for a few more people to join, because I see that seven of like nice folks out there are watching live, but I want everyone to be included and don't
Indeed.
want them to miss the beginning. So I think I'm gonna use the beginning of the time to introduce what is this streaming about and who we have a guest. Maybe like for some of you, it could be like your first time watching our live stream. So I just wanted to, take the opportunity to introduce. So if you're okay, Alba, then I think I would say like what is our
Of
streaming
course.
about, then would introduce the guest. Okay. So yeah, this live streaming is collaborating with an organization based in the UK called GirlCode. So that's an organization to empower women and non-binary people to join the tech, to get started. I myself also, started my developer career like from a boot camp, and I also, like taught several different boot camps in back in my home Japan, and also like in English based boot camps. So yeah, that's why like three of us are ambassadors at GirlCode. But I gotta check with Alba. Are you already
No,
an
not
ambassador
yet.
or not?
Not yet. Let's skip it.
Then we
But
need to
it's
talk
okay.
to.
I'm
No,
just an
I mean
ally.
she's already representing. Yeah, she's already representing. So it's fine. So yeah, that's how we came up with, let's say, like to have some kind of monthly live streaming show to talk about tech itself, community itself, like in general, like how to work as a developer. Deborah also, because all three of us, we work at somehow coincidentally at Storyblok. So that's why
Indeed.
this collaboration started. And yeah, I hope you get to learn a lot with us. And most of the time, we invite very, interesting and nice, knowledgeable guests. And of course, we have one today too. So I
Indeed.
think it's time to introduce him here. So bring your drum rolls. I'm not good at it, so I'm so happy that you can do it. Yeah, let's see if he comes up.
Yeah, here he
Hey!
is. Hi, Roberto.
Hi everyone. How are you?
Thank you for joining. I see that
Yeah,
people are joining from everywhere. Where are you joining from, Roberto, actually?
I'm
To let
from Italy, close to Venice. You know
Oh, nice.
Venice? Do you
A
know?
good area.
Yeah, I've never been yet, but that's one of the places, like I want to go before I die. So
Then you will do it for sure.
I will do it for sure. It's on my list. Yes.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's nice place. Yeah, so we are close to the sea.
Nice.
Sounds really good. Yeah. So I would say like you know about yourself the most. So you want to introduce about yourself to everyone in here?
Yeah, sure. I'm Roberto from Italy, close to Venice. I am colleague of Arisa and Alba, so I have DevRel from Storyblok. And yes, I love explore new technologies, new languages, so living a little bit on the edge, right? So today we will explore something new, but yeah, we can explore together and so on. I am more a backend person. So typically I use to build some stuff on the server side and not in the front end side, but it's fine, right?
But that's perfect. That's perfect. We need you.
Yeah.
I mean, you are you are the god of the team because of that.
And
Ah,
you,
yes.
Alba, is the god of the front end. I would say. I like that. So we have nice 3 members who has like very unique background. And today's show is about exploring the hottest technologies out there. Nowadays, I see quite frequently on social media. So yeah, one of them, which we all 3 of us struggle how to pronounce, Ban 1.0. So we're gonna figure it out if anyone whoever is watching is knowing the correct pronunciation or not. And Astro 3.0. Did I say Ban 1.0, right? Didn't say like 3.0. That's also something I always mix up too. Not good. Not good.
Yeah, so many versions to remember. No, but actually, someone in the chat can tell us how they thought that ban was pronounced the first time they saw it. Because as a Spanish, I would pronounce it bun.
And what's your guess, Roberto?
Yeah, I think ban, but yes, I'm pretty particular because at the very beginning I was thinking about ban like bunny and then rabbit, so I was thinking about a rabbit. So totally strange things. Yes, I think that the most difficult part to start with ban is how to spell it because for me, in my case, personal opinion, it was nice and easy to start to create your first program, right, or script in ban, but I had some difficulties to pronounce. So yeah.
So funny to hear that, and it's true that I also like had this concern or not sure how to pronounce. So I did a little bit of research and I found this funny, like YouTube. So I think this is the answer we can hear. So let me share my screen and see the answer together. Yeah. I hope you can hear the sound too. If not, then I'm going to paste the link so you can watch it later. And precisely, I would recommend you to start from 1 minute 48 seconds. So this is the YouTube from the Lee from Verso. And then hear me out. So this is
in the video. Bun. And I would highly recommend you read through the blog.
So now we all know how to pronounce it, right? It's bun, I guess.
Amazing base for a new song. Yeah. Love it.
So I think in case whoever is wondering or missed the sound, because this I cannot be sure, this is the link I just sent here. So yeah, I see that Sid already got the pronunciation fun with capital. So I like that. I was laughing so hard last night when I was watching it. I hope you had a fun too. So I guess the first mystery is resolved, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So I think to discover, should we maybe start exploring from Ban 1.0 as we started to talk about? Then Maybe like we could, the good thing is like Bun has like, nice, the main homepage where you can, like get to see like how to get started, things like that. And from there, I was able to find the quick starter with Astro. So I think I'm gonna paste the link here.
Yeah.
And then maybe we would use Alba here as a lab rat to experiment, how to get started Astro and Bun to see. Because we all three came from the background of using, like the Node, NPM, Yarn, PNPM, things like that. And Alba, especially for today's show, waited for us for not installing Bun. So we're gonna see from a scratch, very scratch.
Yeah. I cannot try it. No, but this will be fun.
Yeah,
doing in a live stream is always better.
Yeah. And fun. That's the important part. Yeah.
Indeed. So okay, then our backstage guy can push my screen today. Okay.
Yay! Nice.
Okay, so I think before we start with installing Astro with Bun, it would be nice to see what has changed or what has released in the very first version ready for production in Bun, isn't it?
So that's a good point.
Indeed. So actually, probably we can use Roberto for this, and Roberto can explain us what Bun can do for us.
Or what is Bun actually?
Bun is everything.
Bun is everything. I didn't find a man for that. We need to make it.
I'm joking. Yeah, but if you want to write a script in JavaScript, probably you need a runtime to execute the script. And typically, we use Node.js, right? So, and I think that Bun try to cover all the APIs offered by Node. Is missing in some parts, so is the reason why you can't execute your script for sure with Bun unless you are checking the APIs that you are going to use, because most of them are covered, but something are missing. But Bun is very, very new, so I think that they can cover faster all the missing part. Bun, other than let me say runtime, and the main difference with Node use the V8 engine, that is the engine used by Chrome, for example, right? And Bun use the engine by Safari, so two different engine. This is the one of the difference. But again, if you start to use Bun, you will see a lot of nice things, because, for example, if you want to write TypeScript with Node, probably you need to install additional package and an additional tool to transpile your TypeScript in order to be executed by Node, right? With Bun, you can write in TypeScript, for example, and then execute directly the script in TypeScript that you are going to write. So at the end, if you are going to use, for example, also modules or CommonJS or TypeScript, at the end, with Bun, you don't need additional stuff. You have, for example, other additional things, like, for example, I think about the environment. So if you're going to write or implement a script and you need to read and use the environment variables, typically you can store them on .env file. And if you're going to use Node, you need to install an additional package in order to load the parameter from .env file and then to use them in your script. With Bun is already supported. What I'm trying to say is that offer an extensive APIs to cover some common scenarios that typically with Node you need a package.
Yeah, actually, I have a point on that. I saw that recently in the last version of Node, you can actually include the M files via command line instead of having it with process M. Yeah. And well, using process M, but without the package.m. So probably Node is trying to add also these features since ban came up, isn't it? It's like they are trying to rush to don't lose the people. Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. Yes, but I think that is one of the advantages of having multiple tools that try to do, let me say, to cover the same part, right? Because we have also Dino, for example, we have ban, we have Node.js, and so what I'm trying to say is that we have a lot of tools that create a kind of competition, right? Let me say, right? And I think it is fine because probably can create more faster development for the tool and so on. So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, we saw that when Bit came up, then Webpack 5 was actually improving a lot of things. So yeah, I agree with you. This is really nice for the ecosystem. And I'm really... Yeah, I'm amazed of all the things that Ban does, and I don't trust everything works perfectly. I can trust that everything can be so fast developed and then works better than the other tools we have.
Yeah. I spent most of my weekend to try to fix something.
Oh, really?
But I think that is fine. So because I see that, for example, on some social media, like I was mentioning Twitter.
It's okay, you can
no, about the new name, but yeah, that someone is skeptical, it's fine, because probably you can use your tool that you prefer, is fine, but at the end, exploring new tool allow you to understand better the tool that you want to use, right? Just using other tool to compare, for example, or to see if something is missing in your tool, or to see what happens in the ecosystem, let me say, right? So I think it is fine to explore other things, because we don't know, probably in 1 year, ban, maybe it is the main, it could be the main runtime, or maybe it is it will be forgettable, right? So, but yeah, we don't know, right? But exploring new stuff, I think that is a good practice for learning and for training our brain to learn new things, right?
Yeah, I strongly agree. And again, I think what you said, being skeptical in the beginning is not a bad thing, is something that I also agree. Yeah. I mean, if we don't have any, doubts or thoughts, then nobody would test things out. That's not good. And I guess, I mean, depending on the people, but I see people, like want to experiment things, test things out whenever like they thought about like, oh, this new things came up. Does it really work nicely with what I'm working on? Or can I compare, from the previous technology I was using with this current one? I mean, like with that, then finally for developers like us, then we'll be able to think or decide in our minds like, okay, I like this technologies more because of the reason of ABC. On the other hand, the other person like say like, well, I like the other one more because of the reason of like another reasons. And I also was like kind of like thinking a bit like if it works with my existing, like projects that I've been working on. And nowadays, like I learn 3D technology. So I tried out with the 3JS, like projects, if I really could, like use Bun, and it worked. And it was quite fast. I had to like double check like if it really run, Yeah. So yeah. It was funny experience.
Yeah, with ban, yes, you can execute your JavaScript or TypeScript file, but you can use also ban, for example, as for building your packages, right? Okay. Later, we will see, for example, the installation of Astro, and yes, you can use ban for installing packages, upgrading packages, and building the artifact that you want to deploy in production, or executing, for example, ban run dev, the same thing that you did with npm run dev, right? So it is more than a runtime, so you can also use for this purpose. The test says that it is very fast. For example, when you run the script, but also when you install packages. So because you can use ban for installing packages. And honestly, I don't have the number to show, but if you are going to start to use and write ban install instead of npm install, you will see the difference, right? So it is amazing, because at the end, building ban, they started from scratch. So think about the history of Node, right? So they started a lot of years ago to start to build Node. So every version needs to be you need to keep some feature from the past. You have to skip, for example, breaking changes and so on. So
indeed.
I think the evolution of Node is lower than ban, just because ban, they started from scratch, so they can rebuild all the stuff in the modern way with the modern language. So I think that we can see the difference also in some years, right?
Yeah, and it's actually interesting that only ban choose to develop with the WebKit package instead of using the Chrome motor. I'm interested because I never thought about creating anything that under the hood from the front end I'm using, isn't it? So I never thought about the tools they use to build things. Like, for example, the game developers use Unity and Unreal. Then these guys use WebKit and Chrome engine and things like that, isn't it? So I was like really shocked that they were the only ones doing that. If you compare Deno and Node, they are using the Chrome one. So I was like curious why no one tried before, you know? It seems like they are pioneers on that. And that's really cool, actually.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know if we want to go to install ban and then start to play a little bit.
Yeah.
So
because
now,
the theory is nice, but at the end,
let's see what happens.
Yeah,
now it will be so slow because we are in a live stream, and it's never, it's never the same. And actually, I don't have the cable today. I have the Wi-Fi, so it should be slower. Let's see what happens. Yeah. No, it's nice to try it in the work conditions so we can actually see if it's fast as well. Of course, this is just installation of the package, but actually it was really fast too. My God. So, and then what is the tab thing? Well, I don't know. Let's install it.
Yeah.
There is first a tab.
Yeah. Okay, so you chose the homebrew.
Okay.
Okay, done.
Okay.
Because are you using homebrew, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because there is another way to install via a script shell. There is another way, I think.
Is there?
I can't read because it's
curl, npm, homebrew, docker, and I see the proto.
I think it will be okay, isn't it?
Okay, but we can go on with this kind of way, but just to mention that there is more than one way to install.
You can choose, actually. You can also install it from npm. That is funny because you can use it as npm, but install it globally with npm.
Gotcha.
And I don't know what is proto, but okay. So once I have it, then I can do whatever I want. So let's try to build an app with Astro, and probably afterwards see what Astro came up in the V3 version, because they have also 2 major releases before that one, but it's okay. Okay, so let's run this command over here, create Astro. Okay.
Yeah, if you run create Astro, then you should have the latest version.
Oh, cute.
Hi, Houston.
Houston is talking to me. He's moving the mouth. What? I like that they make this effect.
Yeah.
That was really
Did
funny.
Did you know there's actually an extension in the VS Code that if you write the wrong syntax in Astro, then on the left corner, the Houston face would be sad. But if you write the correct syntax, then Houston will be smiling again. And I think Alvaro, our friend Alvaro, he actually, recorded and then, posted on one of his videos. You could see that.
Really cool. Actually, what I need to choose, the template or just empty? I mean, maybe the template isn't it because it would be nicer than nothing.
And then, empty could be too empty. Maybe.
It's funny that you can non-install dependencies. Why you will do that? I mean, I want to install it. Oh my god, what colorful!
I like this one.
We want TypeScript, of course, and this one relaxed.
Me
like
too.
I'm in the relaxed mode today. No, and a Git repository. No, I don't need that. Actually, I will try it out.
This is just an experiment. Oh, Houston is talking.
Houston is happy because we installed it.
Yay!
I love this. Okay, so it's supposed to be here, and we can check actually. Oh, but what is this?
Because you installed the extension.
Indeed. Something important when you want to try to see this. Probably you will not see it if you don't have the extension in Visual Code, so you can install the one for Band. They have the official one that is for Visual Studio Code by Oven. It's funny because oven in Dutch is the place where you put things. The oven, isn't it? A bun in the oven. Why?
Yeah.
These people are just getting us.
I think that this is the official plugin because Owen is the company behind Bun, right? So
you can actually see their
all the products are named like food. Or
no. Their GitHub organization name is Oven something. You actually can see that, and that's where Bun belongs.
That is really funny.
There's so many fun facts around Bun.
Love it. So now probably we can just run the command to try to check Astro without Node. So I guess in this case
it's the bunx
let's see
-bun.
Bun run dev,
It's not that obvious, I will say. I would expect bun and then dev
me too.
or run dev or something like that.
But as Roberto was saying, I also tried out bun run dev last night and it worked too. So I don't know which is official way. But bunx also should work.
Probably you can add all of that here and just run bun dev.
Yeah, exactly. Bun run dev. Because you can execute the scripts. This is very important because if you have your custom scripts that you want to add, you can run with bun. And bunx, the command that you used is the equivalent of npx. Sorry.
Npx. Okay, that's why there's an x like in the end.
Bunx
is similar. Let me say.
Execute
some scripts, right?
Nice
with bunx.
Nice. Cool. And now we have this blog, this amazing blog.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and actually, I already have post. I can just deploy it, isn't it?
Yeah,
you can do it.
It's not copyrighted or.
With a couple of commands, you are using bun 1 and Astro 3, so you are up to date.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay.
Under 30 minutes. Or even less than 30 minutes.
If I can, I want to suggest one thing because I have in my notes during my weekend, that I explored a little bit bun and
somebody
Astro.
Prepared extra.
Because you choose TypeScript, my suggestion is to install a package from Bun that is Bun types.
Okay. Let's do that then. And we have it in the docs, or should I go?
I think yes, because try to.
I guess types. install TypeScript declaration for ban? Is this one?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
This one.
Okay. It's like yarn. Ban add -d. It's like yarn. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's nice to know it because otherwise, I always mismatch like install with add with nothing.
Isn't it
really
because of the npm and yarn? Because npm install yarn add, right? But in my opinion, ban is more close to like the yarn.
Oh my god, that was fast.
Do you see? Very fast.
Yeah. And we are in live. That's actually difficult. No, and okay. And what it does, you can tell us probably what it improves.
Provide types for TypeScript. Yeah.
Nice. For their own stuff, like the APIs. Okay, get it.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Because, for example, they provide some additional APIs specifically for ban.version. You can retrieve the version, or, for example, ban for the environment, for the variable environment, you can use ban APIs for retrieving the environment. Yes. So.
And why do you think when you install Astro with ban and TypeScript didn't add this package by default? Probably in the starter thing, they don't have it.
I don't know.
Maybe isn't it because you chose relaxed?
Probably we need to suggest something in an issue.
First issue.
We need to explore why. Probably.
Yeah. Or maybe we could
probably
see
it's
first,
not needed everywhere.
Yeah, we could see maybe like if it's gonna make the difference when we got asked like if you want to go with the relaxed mode of the TypeScript type definitions or strict.
Yeah, if you are feeling relaxed, probably you don't need it.
Yeah,
I love it. Okay, so probably as you have explored the view transitions and the image, you can show us the new stuff from Astro. Let's see what Astro actually.
Yeah.
In the, I guess in the documentation we can see the upgrade.
I think. Yeah. Upgrade to Astro v3. Here's the best place to start.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah.
View transition, something we want to talk about for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the image.
There are two things.
The first things that they mention is the first thing you need to show us, Roberto.
Yeah, I can show you something if you want.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, nice. Then let's get switched. Show us what you got.
I'm going to share my screen. The entire screen. So I'm super brave.
You're super brave. No secrets at all.
No secrets. Okay, good. So I have my terminal with the black, in dark mode. Let me say.
Right? Yeah. Because we too are.
Before to jump into Astro specific, let me mention a couple of things about ban. So as you can see here, I have a TypeScript file. So now before I mentioned that you can execute the TypeScript and it is fine. Let me open the editor here. So the editor is in light mode just to have the difference, right? So in this case, I wanted to retrieve some data from Storyblok, obviously, right? So I'm using the APIs from Storyblok, and I want to use the fetch method from ban, and I wanted also to retrieve some environment variables, right? So as you can see in this project, there is no package. So it is a standalone TypeScript file, and I'm using ban. So with no additional packages, I can access to ban.env for accessing to a Storyblok access token that I have in my .env file. Or you can use also this kind of syntax because it's quite compatible with Node, because in Node probably you need to use process.env, right? But in ban we have a shortcut, right? So I will use the band syntax. As you can see here, it is in red just because my editor is configured for using Node. So at the end, doesn't recognize ban, but it's fine. Just to demonstrate that executing this kind of script at the end, you can run the script with ban without additional stuff.
Really cool.
We can use the fetch function for fetching the URL. Then we can access to the response, and then we can access to the console log. Again, as you can see here, in Node probably we can have a kind of issues because we have some difference between a module or a common JS and so on. So you have to adjust your package JSON, you have to configure your project correctly. But with ban, you can execute common JS, module, TypeScript, whatever you want, right? So, so in this case, if I jump here, I can execute ban with the script, and then as you can see here, we have the data because now I try to console log the response from Storyblok. But yeah, just to let you know that you can start building your TypeScript file without adding anything, and then ban makes all the stuff, right? I think that is quite useful because for me, that I am a backend person, I come from other languages, right? Not specifically JavaScript. So sometimes it's a pain to try to start with TypeScript because yes, we have the syntax, you have to install some additional packages and so on. With ban is easier for the new learner, right? So it's my opinion.
Indeed. Yeah, no, really cool.
Yeah, so now we saw kind of the barriers, let's say, between the front-end side and the back-end side is a little bit eased, right? That's what you probably think.
Yeah.
Yes. And, nice.
We are now understanding each other now.
Yes, finally shaking hands.
Good. Yeah, that's all for the basic script that I want to share with you. For the Astro, if you want, we can explore a little bit something specific for Astro. So let me jump in another directory. My Astro. Yeah. Okay. Let me see if it works or not. Okay.
Seems it's working. Yes.
We were not doubting it.
So let me share my screen. I have also the browser. Probably it's too small, but yeah. At the end, I have two links just to demonstrate the image and the transition. Right. Before to see the transition, let me show you a little bit about the code. Right.
Indeed.
So at the end, this is an Astro application, so very minimal. In the pages directory, I have my index. Let me explore a little bit about the transition, right? Because I am a backend developer, so I'm not so good with transition, you know. And probably with Astro, I'm super happy because I need to do very few things. One is including this kind of component in the head. As you can see here, I have a page with a header, and then I'm going to include view transition, right?
Nice.
And then I can, I can create a URL for the second file that I want to use. And typically, when you switch to the page in the browser, you see, right, that you jump in the first page to the second page. Transition add some nice JavaScript and CSS funny things to, for example, applying some some filter or some like fading, right? Or something like that. So as you can see here, I don't have to implement anything in JavaScript or in CSS. And as you can see here in the transition tool, that is the target page, I have view transition. I'm going to include view transition. I'm importing the transition that I want. So for example, in this case, I want to apply a slide, and then I need to set transition animate with a slide. And then I can set up also, for example, the duration, 1 second, right? And that's all. Right, so no JavaScript on my side, right? So if I jump back into the terminal, let me run not npm.
No.
I need to play this YouTube part again. Bum, 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 bum.
Don't worry. I will create a symbolic link between npm and ban. So in the case I'm running npm, I will run.
You force yourself.
So let me jump into my page. Okay, this one. So I have the transition now. Let me refresh. And then if I click, you will see
a normal page
transition.
going to another page. Oh, beautiful. Yes. Amazing.
You see?
Yeah.
So there is a transition between the transition 1 and transition 2. Now I'm clicking again. As you can see, apply the background color, but also the effect, right? And again, I'm not a front-end developer, right?
No, but these are really nice DX. Yeah, the Astro team actually do a really great job with this, because I saw the implementation of the view transition API from a JavaScript like plain project, and it was not that easy. I mean, it was looking horrible. All the stuff you need to do, and with this, it's really simple. I love it. Yeah. Really nice job.
You also,
probably all the frameworks are imitating this, please.
You also can check you also can check, by the way, on the browser, like from the DevTools, like if it's really, like added on the top level, the transitions when you open the DevTools. Yeah. Just to see, the scene behind. Because I mean, like, of course we will get excited when we see the visual, like effect, but I also want to see more. I always dig deeper. Sorry.
No, okay. What do you want to see?
I want to see at the Elements tab, when you select on the all the way to the left. Yeah. You already open up the DevTools, and here, like around the inside the head, that's where you could see the transition. The view transition. Is it correct? Yeah, view transition.
Yeah.
Would be added. Yeah. That's kind of the place. Yeah.
Yeah, as you can see, is too little, but yes.
No, it's added already. Yeah. I can see at the meta, you see the Astro view transitions enabled, and there is actually a cool thing I wanted to mention is the fallback. So here you can see, like we didn't, configure anything about the fallback, but Astro already, like gives you the fallback if the browser doesn't support the view transitions. Nice. Yeah. So nice. You can actually see that from here too.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. Good point.
Yeah, we learn things.
Yeah. But now I'm super happy. I feel like a front-end developer now.
Yes.
Now change that gray from a gradient and you will be good to go.
Yeah, too complex for me, but it's fine.
No, actually, did you saw the people doing the 3D? You are playing a music video or whatever, and when you change the transition, the video goes with you, do some kind of wave, and then go back to the position. It was like, my God, people are crazy.
Yes.
I mean, they are designers. I mean, I'm a front-end developer, and usually I don't think like that. It's like, okay, this is simple.
No.
Yeah.
A slide is okay.
There is a way to create some element persistent across the pages. Yes,
that's mind blowing. Yeah, I would love to try that. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, I think it is nice. And yes, you can explore a little bit about the documentation because you have a lot of transition, not just slide, right? So
Yeah.
You can play with that. Yeah, I think
love it.
That I need to explore more, honestly, but yeah, just
Indeed.
to share
Now
with
we
you
can play
my
inside the
starting point.
Storyblok.
Yeah, I guess now everyone is teased and cannot wait to explore
Exactly.
more. I hope.
We will make a mini hackathon.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fun.
Yeah.
That's
I
really
was
fun.
thinking about, for example, creating a presentation with Dex, with the transition and so on.
That's amazing. Yeah, actually, I'm doing it in a single page app. It would be really nice to have it in a server side app or static side. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Really
yeah,
cool.
Cool.
Yeah, this is for the transition.
But what
I don't know if you
else?
want to see something about the images.
Yes.
For sure. Optimizing images is our job. I mean, we need to show how to do it.
Yeah.
You want to show, or I can show something for the images, Alba?
Yeah, I don't have anything prepared, but if you want to try on my computer, we can do it.
Yeah.
No.
I have one, but I think if you prepare, then I want to see from you because we invited you as a guest, and let's discover, while you share the screen. Yeah.
Yes, it's fine. It's fine. Yes, about the images, right? Because typically I'm used to include the images via EMG SRC or some other native HTML attributes and or element, and I need to manage manually all the version, all the variants that I need for rendering the front end. Think about you are going to build a web page for mobile, for desktop, for big screen. So at the end, you need a different resolution from the same image, right? So you need to think about how to convert the image, how to manage the image, and so on. So I think that the Astro image helps you to render correctly the images. And again, it's very simple to use because at the end is a component out of the box. So let me select an example, right? Let me show you before. So I'm running the localhost. Okay, now I can access to the page. As you can see, there is no style, but let me explain a little bit. So I'm going to include this kind of image, and then I'm going to include the second image, right? All of these images are resized. Okay, so because, for example, the original image is wider than this one, but I need, for example, a smaller one for this and for the second one, right? So typically I use image SRC attribute, or in this case, I can access to a component provided by Astro image, right? That allow you to define the width, for example, and the format, right? And then you can include your image, right? So in this case, I'm going to include, okay. In this case, I'm including a JPEG, as you can see here. And probably this kind of JPEG needs to be optimized. Is the reason why I'm choosing the format AVIF. And then
another pronunciation issue.
Yeah. Yes, we started with ban about the pronunciation. Yeah, but
now we follow with a beef or a verb.
Yeah, but when someone complain with your spelling, you can say, okay, I'm not to use spell the words, I'm using the technology, right? So
exactly.
Yeah. You always have a backup.
But anyway, and then you can use also remote image, right? So
nice.
Yeah. But let me show you a little bit about this. And instead of running npm run dev, I want to run ban run build. right?
Okay.
So because you can build also your HTML and your assets. So if I run builds, in this case, I don't have any kind of error. Good. So and then
happy pass.
I have two new images, right? The first one and the WebP. So let me open this kind of directory just to explore a little bit together. So I'm going to open this. Let me see. Oh, yes. So open list Astro. Okay, I don't know if you can read correctly because the size, but I want to show you something. So this is the original one. So this is the original image that I have in JPEG format, right?
And is it still there?
It is still there because I will explain later. Because I have I'm using the public directory and not the SRC directory.
Get it.
I intentionally did this just to have the original one, just to demonstrate how much storage I can save, right? So in this case, I have the JPEG is 700 kilobytes, more or less, right? And this is the resized one, right? So more or less is the same in terms of quality. Right.
Yeah, taking into account that actually I see blur usually, for me it's the same.
Yeah, but you can try on your local machine, for example, and in this case I have 11 kilobytes, right? So with image components, perform the magic, right? The image component provided by Astro.
From Astro, yeah.
And also for the remote image, as you can see here, I have a WebP 13 kilobytes, right? So this is the smallest one, but yeah, the other image, right? So I think that it is very powerful, the image component. You can use it. You can define the format. You need to define also the width and the height in the case you are going to retrieving the remote image. About the public and SRC folder, Astro suggests to store the image that you want to transform to put in the SRC directory.
Remove the original one. Okay.
Yeah. If you are going to use the public one, the original one will be copied here, and just to let you know, is up to you the decision, right? But I think that it is very powerful because at the end you can choose the format and so on. Under the hood, I want to save the time because if you want to try this at home, so someone say don't try this at home, right? Instead,
this one you can try at home.
I suggest to try this at home, right? But let me suggest you a couple of things because under the hood, and now I can explain a little bit the difference between npm and ban, right? Because under the hood, use this kind of package Sharp to Astro use Sharp to manage the images, and because the installation, because Sharp use some binaries and so on. So because the package, you have to set trusted dependencies Sharp and then reinstall all the stuff, because otherwise with ban you will receive an error.
It will ban the Sharp package ban, isn't it? Ban will ban.
Ban will ban.
Did they also plan this?
Yeah, probably is not documented this kind of thing because unless something changed in the latest 2 days, let me show you just to allow you to understand. Then let me remove the lock and the node modules. Okay, now I'm removing. Yes, it's a directory, so I'm removing. Okay, now I'm starting from the beginning. So now if I'm going to install,
Oh, it took longer.
yeah, it is as you can see, Sharp is installed, but I think that if nothing changed in the latest 2 days,
No, not 10 p.m.
Oh. Okay, we need to train ourselves so hard.
Yeah, indeed, because by default our brain will choose another package manager.
As you can see, we have an error, right?
Yeah.
And this kind of error, if you are starting to play with this, and you will see some this kind of error. It is solved using trusted dependency, right?
They should change it to unban dependencies.
Yes, but my suggestion is to again remove all the stuff and then install again.
Okay, because now you have trusted dependencies.
Yeah, but this is funny that they don't trust in Sharp. What?
Yeah. That's all. I think that this kind of tips save some times. If
will be nice to know. Probably they don't trust things that they are not compatible with yet in its pool. So probably if we try ban in a new framework that doesn't support ban yet, probably it also say that it's untrust or something like that.
Yeah.
We need to explore. Yeah,
we need to explore, but at the end you need to follow this kind of tips. Other stuff, you have to consider if you are going to use a package. You need to know if it is compatible with ban, because for example, if you are going to use np ban run dev, so this kind of command, okay, you are launching with ban, but at the end, probably under the hood, you are still using node for executing the script, not for launching, because two steps, one is launching and one is executing. In this way, we are launching with ban, and then we are allowing the operating system configuration to decide to execute node or not. But you can run, for example, if you want to force the execution for ban, you can use this one, right?
Perfect.
It's a little bit different. I think that we are running out of time, right?
Indeed. I think we already explored everything, at least the general topics that are being hot in social media. So that's really cool. So thank you, Roberto, for the demo you created, because that was really insightful. I actually learned a lot, and I think you made it really simple. Instead of trying me to get into the documentation and find the right thing, I think you already told me what I need to do. So that's nice.
You visualize what we wanted to see and know. And it's also really nice knowledge to hear about, the different backgrounds, of the knowledge that you have, because I didn't come from the backend side, but you shared with us a lot what could be, explained, but in an easiest way for front-end developers. So now you kind of remove the barriers between front-end devs and the back-end devs. I hope.
We are all
with the power of fun. With the power of fun. And I'm so amazed to see, so many, let's say on the go, you just need to, call what you need to use it, and then things just works, the magic of just it works stuff. I mean, I saw this phrase on the buns, documentation, the not migration guide, but the 1.0 announcement to it just works magic. And in Astro, there is also a common, let's say, the way of thinking, and this, let's say, new image component they provide. I also get to explore many nice things. I mean, for me, sometimes migration process takes like longer than I expected, and I get frustrated so easily. But with Astro, like, no, I actually didn't get stuck. It was pretty much straightforward to migrate, like the new image, like component that used to be provided from the external, not external, I mean, it's maintained by Astro, but something additional NPM package that you had to install. You don't need to do that now. It's already provided from the official Astro itself. So you just need to, like replace what you were importing, and then you just need to swap, the correct image component. And if you just want to add more additional like EVIF or, like just playing with WebP, there is not much, like things you need to do. And same thing for the, like, what is it called? I always forget the view transitions. I'm not good at memorizing things. Transitions. I was experimenting, like right before the streaming. I mean, I also did like last night too, but right before the streaming too. But straight, like pretty much straightforward, like just importing the right, like the component, and then like calling the I always forget the name, view transition. I need to really memorize things. View transition component, and then it just works. I added like the simple like different page browse like between the very root and the blog with the anchor tag, and then it just like just transition like seamlessly, like without adding any like animation, but there is also already like nice kind of transition animation. Like so
the funny stuff, as Roberto says.
Yeah. So I think like I hope like many developers out there also like would get to like play around and have this kind of positive, very very positive experience with those two hot technologies. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess like with that, then maybe like we can start to wrap up our live streaming. Although it's really like nice and fun, and I really like enjoying, hacking things with you too. But yeah, it's the end of the live streaming. So if you want to see more of like this kind of content, we actually like do the live streaming like every month, around every kind of the end of the month. So the next round of the live streaming is right here. Yes, thank you, Sid. Our awesome colleague Sid is doing the magic behind the scene. And the next one is gonna be on the October 26th. So make sure you scan the QR code, and then the content will be like to be announced. So there will be a little bit of surprise. Oh, I see someone scanned the QR code. I like this. Yay. So if you have any, let's say, requests, what you want to watch for the future episodes, you're pretty much like open to it. So just let us know. You all can find like our like Twitters, if that would be the easiest platform. Oh, sorry, not Twitter, X.
X.
Yeah, not Twitter anymore, X. I need to get used to so many things. I'm old. Yeah, anyway. So reach out to us, talk to us what you want to see, or you can, like comment on our, let's say, tweets. I think me and Alba made tweets about that before we stream, the current, like streaming. So you can find us on our Twitter and leave us the comments as well. Yeah, or leave us the messages if our DMs are open. I guess mine is open. Yeah.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah. Okay, then thank you so much, Roberto, first of all, to show us and discover together. Yeah, the very fun part and very fun, nice, like experience. Yeah. I hope to see you again, like in one of the future live streamings. I hope you also feel the same. Yeah. And thank you everyone for joining it, and hope to see you next time.
Have a lovely day.
Bye. Bye.